All right, welcome to another tournament style problem solving. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to look at the four elements of my system: checks, captures, piece contacts, board situation. We want to try and figure out in our mind, using our visualization powers, what the correct move and moves that we're going to play to win this position are. That's the goal. Sometimes it's a little bit goofy, whatever, but for the most part we do this mentally. This is to practice. This is to get us practice to do this in tournaments. So, checks. What do we have check-wise? Queen, C8 check, that's all. Captures, well, we have knight takes H4 and G5, rook takes H4, queen takes, A7 and B6. So what else do we have? Piece contacts. Well, we have stuff like, not a lot, knight E4, knight C4. Those really aren't good moves, though. Fairly obvious. I'm not giving anything away when I say that. Rook, either rook to E1 is another one. Then, you have, queen to E2 is also possible. To me, the most obvious and devastating looking piece contact move is queen B7. So, if you saw this, I was trying not to bring attention to this move too soon, but I couldn't delay it any longer. I think queen B7, just my Spidey senses tell me that's the winning move. But we're not here to go with the Spidey senses exclusively. We're going to use mental powers. So let's look at this. Queen to B7. We're threatening to take his rook. Now, he really has no attacking prospects. There's no sacrifices that he can make. There's no infiltration for his queen. He's got his queen can come in on the light squares from B1 to H7, but it's by itself. It has no help because that bishop is a dark square bishop. So he's toast. Queen B7 just looks like he's completely busted. He can move, whatever, knight to D7, and that doesn't help really. King D7 is probably the better move, so that he could play like knight C6. Realistically, black needed to have a light squared bishop. If you go queen B7, he would play bishop C6 or queen C6. But since he can't do either one of those moves, he is dust. There's just nothing he can do. He can't even generate. Oh, he can push H3. Well, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. So this one was fairly easy, but one of the things about easy problems, or let's put it this way, one of the things about a problem that's easy for you might not be easy for me, or vice versa. This might be easy for me and not easy for you, but if it's easy for you, I want you to still treat this with complete respect and make sure you cover every base. You want to, watch all the stuff, because when you start acting like a big shot, that's when you're going to mess yourself up. So I'm satisfied queen B7 is the move. Shazam, it is. Like I said, king D7 was his move. This is my experience kicking in, and my Spidey senses. It's like, well, that's his only chance, because, hey, if you go to sleep or get greedy, knight E7 check, do something stupid, he plays knight C6, his rook is safe, and he's alive. He's still playing. He's not dead. So now, same thing, we got to get out of here. So long. Man, this guy's a freak. Look at this dude. This dude is somehow a hardcore freak. Now, what we have to do is figure out what's the safest way to activate our queen. Realistically, it's probably b4, because that just locks down the position. We can't play queen a3. If we play b4, we can play queen a3 if he attacks our queen with like rook b6, okay? So b4 to me looks like the move. Queen a5 loses, queen a4 loses. Hey, b4. Man, this guy's like a dog in a bone, isn't he? So that was really pretty darn good. Let's go back and see this. How many moves is this? Got to be 7 or 9. So let's see. Now remember, we are making the odd moves. We move first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's an 11. That's very good. Now, this is one of those things where, now clearly I did not use my full powers to go all the way mentally, but I could have. My Spidey senses were telling me we're winning this. When you rely on the Spidey senses, that's not 100%, okay? I'm just telling you. It's very good, and you build these up over time. But let me see. Queen b7. I want you guys to visualize this with me in your, in your vision. Queen b7, king d7, trying to trap our queen. Queen takes rook, knight c6. Our queen is attacked by the rook on h8, so we have to go queen to b7. He goes rook to b8, again attacking our queen. Queen to a6. Then he goes b5. We go b4. He goes rook to b6. We go queen to a3. Okay? Because he's just chasing our queen as, as he should. He's going to lose if he doesn't, right? So let's look at this. Attack, goes there, he goes to b5, we go to b4. He goes rook b6, we go queen a3. So, now, I did not do that. Okay. I just didn't. I didn't go all the way mentally. I could have, and I sort of was supposed to, but hey, in tournaments, this is the stuff that happens. You do this, and sometimes you get it right, and sometimes you don't. So you got to learn to go with what's good for you, what's working, what you feel comfortable doing. I'm comfortable with my Spidey senses. They're very good, but they're not perfect. Okay, so that is the key. So if you want to look at it objectively, yeah, I could have done a little better, and I could have done more because it's not that difficult of a position. But, my gut feeling was that we're winning this after queen to b7, and he's pretty much dust. And I was correct. But I could have done a more thorough job, to be honest. But what I did was winning, whatever. So, evaluate this on your own, however you want to evaluate it. I cashed, and it looked like it was cashing the entire way, and I was. But this is a great problem, showing the defensive resources of a guy who's just lost a piece. You got to be careful. You got to stay on your game. You want a rook? Well, the game isn't over. He's still playing. You watched it happen. So, like the video, comment whatever you found or didn't find, what you found that was useful about this video. Subscribe so you get more of these killer videos. These will help you big time, I'm telling you. Tell your friends, but don't tell your enemies, because they'll use my lessons against you. You guys know what to do. I'll talk to you later.